Hi guys, I hope that you're very well. It's Sylvana here and I am back for a new video on the Jewels and Gems YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today, we will be talking about a topic that I get questions all the time. It's what is exactly the meaning behind birthstones and zodiac stones? And this seems to be a big question that gets a lot of people confused. So what we're going to try to do today is just make it as simple as possible so that at the end of this video, you guys know what's the big deal behind birthstones, zodiac stones, and everything in between. So let's first recap. What is the meaning behind that word, birthstone? How would you even explain to someone what a birthstone is? Well, basically, the idea of a birthstone, it's something that's quite modern. It's not something that has been around for a long time, funny enough, but there is mentions of it, would you believe, back to biblical times, which is very interesting. So historians believe that back then, people would already start to talk about that notion of a birthstone. And this is something that then began to spread towards the zodiac as we went along. And it is believed that each stone offers wearers special powers or protection during the corresponding astrological period. So you can see there was a slight difference back then in terms of what does it really mean. Nowadays, birthstone would be more so that each month would be represented by a different stone. Well, back then, it was different. It was actually recommended to wear a particular stone during a particular month to make the most out of this stone's energy and powers. So you can see there was a slight difference, but it's interesting anyway. And people then tried over time, because of this, to collect. It was a big thing back then to collect different stones and then to have the 12 gems of the year that people would wear throughout the year as protective gems and talismans for all their beautiful benefits. So for example, you would have garnet in January. People used to believe that everyone can wear garnet, but it's recommended to wear garnet, particularly in January, if you want to make the most out of its powers, which is kind of interesting when you think about it. And then what happened is that around the 17th century, things started to change a little bit, and the practice was more so associated with the idea that if you were born that month, then this is the perfect stone for you, because it's connected to your month. And that's where we differ from the traditional birthstones up to the modern birthstones. There's a bit of a difference there as well. You will notice that the stones are not exactly the same. And then in the United States, in the 20th century, this has been all confirmed by the National Association of Jewelers that made it all very, very crystal clear. And so basically, you might be wondering, what is my birthstone? Well, let's just do a quick recap if you're still wondering. Obviously, January is going to be garnet. February is going to be amethyst. Then we're going to have March for aquamarine. Then we have April for diamond, but there is also clear quartz that works there. Then we've got May for emeralds. We've got June for moonstone, pearl, but also sometimes alexandrite. You'll see it depends. And then you'll have July for ruby. We have August for peridot. We then have September, that's going to be sapphire. Then comes October with either opal or tourmaline. And then you will have in November, you'll have topaz or citrine. And then in December, it's either going to be tanzanite, turquoise, or sometimes also blue zircon. So you can see that that would be the birthstones as we know them nowadays, today. And then of course, if you want to learn more about them, there will be videos coming up for them, if not already, as we hit a new month. I will be sure to have a video dedicated to each and every birthstone of the year, more into detail. But here the idea is more so to explain like what is the big deal. So basically it just means that if you were born, let's say in January, your birthstone is garnet. So if you want, you can wear garnet. If you do not like it, if it's not a stone that resonates with you, that's absolutely fine. I've seen that over the years. So many people, for example, know that their birthstone is such and such, but they don't particularly feel any connection to the stone. But you know what? That's actually okay. I don't see the problem. You know, you don't have to necessarily wear it if it does not resonate with you. Don't think that for a second. This is just, after all, it's more so related to does it resonate with you? Do you feel that the stone connects with you? And then you can see here as well the interesting part, which is the zodiac stone. So what is a zodiac stone? A zodiac stone will be very similar that way, because it's the idea that there is a stone, a healing stone that's associated and corresponds to your zodiac sign. And of course, people would usually be familiar with their sun sign, which is absolutely fine. Now, if you're a little bit more into astrology, you will know that there is also a moon sign in your chart, birth chart. You also have a rising sign. So it kind of depends which one you want to look at the most, which one resonates with you the most. But the idea here, just to clarify the zodiac stone meaning, it does not mean that that particular stone, let's take an example. It'd be easier for me to explain. Let's say, for example, kyanite. Well, kyanite is associated, for instance, with Aries, but that doesn't mean that other star signs are not allowed to wear kyanite. It just means that the properties and the healing meaning associated with kyanite works very well for Aries. But if you're a Taurus and you love kyanite and you feel that that energy resonates with you, you can still go for it. It's just that you are dealing with that idea that this combination is supposed to be very powerful. But it still works for everybody, and there's no such thing as a bad stone for the wrong person, if you get what I mean. Like, there's no way that by you being born in September you cannot wear opal. If you want to wear opal, you're very welcome to. It's just that these would be traditionally associated to these signs or these particular this particular month. It's very simple. So I don't want people to get too it's very important for me to make sure you don't get too rigid, as, you know, oh, this is not my sign, I don't want to go for it, or this is not my sign, I cannot go for it, or whatever it is. You know, listen to your gut feeling, listen to how you feel about it all, because that's the most important. And whatever you'll pick, that will be the right choice for you regardless, you know. But don't get too much, you know, like obsessed about, you know, is it my birthstone, is it my zodiac stone, what is, you know. And the information that you will see online, you know, just take it for what it is. At the end of the day, it's not because someone tells you, oh, you have to go for it because this is your sign or this is your month, that you have to. Periods. You know, you at the end of the day have the final word. So whatever you deem right, just go for that. You know, it's just nice, that idea that you happen to wear something that has even more so meaning and energy and power for you. But, you know, if that energy does not suit you, that's fine. So yeah, that would be more so the idea here, you know. And it's very interesting. If you get into more research, if you start to look it up a little bit, you will even notice that some, for example, some of the ancient birthstones even are different compared to the modern birthstones. You know, if you really go into this, you will notice that some months right now obviously have more than one stone. That's normal. Don't think for a second it's strange. You know, I see that as well. People sometimes telling me, oh, but I thought my birthstone is opal. Why does it say tourmaline here? Well, because October has two birthstones, both opal and tourmaline. That's it. You know, nothing strange, nothing unusual. This is just the modern list of birthstone jewelry and birthstones for everybody. But if you don't like that, if that doesn't resonate with you, you are very welcome to use only the charts relating to the ancient gems for your birthstone. That's fine as well. So yeah, that would be mainly it as well. Zodiac stones sometimes can be a bit messy, so don't look too deep into it, I would say. I know that sometimes you might see one platform saying one thing and another one saying another. You know, it's not as rigid as it seems. It's just that each seller will, you know, especially a seller that has a bit more experience in those areas, such as gems, crystal healing, astrology, they like to give a little bit as well sometimes of their own recommendations. So it's not because one website says one thing and another says another that, you know, one is wrong. You know, it's all open to interpretation for zodiac stones in particular. It's not all set in stone. Sorry for the pun. Okay, well, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if that was not funny, but I had to say it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section below, how do you feel about your birthstone? Do you like it or not? Which is absolutely fine, both if you do or if you don't. What do you think about zodiac stones? Is it something that you personally look into, or is it something that you're not really bothered about? I'd love to know. Make sure you let me know. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and let me know what you would like me to answer in my next YouTube video, because I love answering your questions and bringing you as much value as I can. So yeah, thank you so much guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will be talking to you tomorrow. See you guys.